Do you long for a richer, more fulfilled life? I think we all do, and it's available to each of us if we wake up to, make sense of, and act on the possibilities already available to us. I've so often heard myself say, I want to grow into a richer, more fulfilled life, but I don't want the pain that seems to always accompany that growth. Can there be personal growth without pain? Probably not, but stay with me here. I have some good news about this. Hi, this is Marlena Fiol from Becoming Who We Truly Are. If you're searching to better understand and to become the truest version of yourself, you've come to the right place. Please join me on this journey of discovery, and I'd love it if you'd share a bit about your own experiences in the comment section below. Think about the breakthroughs in your life. Were they the result of happily sitting in your comfort zone? Probably not. Comfort zones are simply not conducive to growth. But here's the good news. I'm not advocating that we invite more pain into our lives in order to grow. Each of us already has some level of discomfort in our lives, ranging from minor annoyances like this arthritis I have in my wrist, to extreme suffering like the loss of a loved one. The lesson here is not to bring on more pain, but instead to reorient and shift how we react to the discomfort that's already there. Complaining about our losses, and we all have them. What if we learn to see them as opportunities? We probably know in our heads that times of pain and crisis are full of opportunities for growth and learning. But when we're in the middle of that pain, it's hard to embrace it as an opportunity, isn't it? So to better understand how negative events can be our opportunity for growing a richer life, I want to introduce in an upcoming 3-part series steps that will help us tease apart the phases of this process and how they unfold in our lives. The first phase in this process is wake up call for growth. Most of us coast along on automatic, relatively unconscious of the need for learning or growth. And if we do begin to notice the niggling sense of needing to change something in our lives, we're often too busy to deal with it, and we just push it aside. Waking up to that awareness is the first and often challenging step in growing a richer life. Next week, in part 1 of this 3-part series, I'll share tips for navigating that first phase of personal growth. Assuming we've embraced our restlessness and we've awakened to the desire for a richer life, what's next? We've turned on that light bulb, so to speak, and we're looking around and we're trying to decide what to do with our new awareness. This is when we're often tempted to figure it all out before deciding on our next move. And that's a big mistake. So the second phase of the personal growth process is following our inner wisdom rather than trying to figure it all out in our heads. In part 2 of this 3-part series, I'll share tips for navigating this phase of growing a richer life. And finally, how do we turn the insights we've gained from following our inner wisdom into growing a richer life that's sustainable over time? The answer is always action. We can have the most amazing insights, but if those aren't coupled with real-life actions, not much in our lives will ever change. So the third and final phase of growing a richer life is turning inner wisdom into action, which I'll cover in part 3 of this series. I hope you'll join me in this 3-part exploration, and please do leave a comment below about what you've experienced on your path toward growing a richer life. For further information about growing a richer life you desire, we recommend the following resources. First, a TEDx presentation by Katarina Blum. You don't find happiness, you create it. Second, my May 31, 2022 YouTube episode titled Labeled Unclean at 17. And finally, my June 21, 2022 YouTube episode titled 3 Easy Steps to Learn Your Way to Your Best Self. The web addresses of each of these are in the show notes below. And remember, we are together on this journey.